聞いてるのかわかんない。
The offensive operations to take back territory from the Federation has been going well with your continued support, Sicario. Your air support up and down the front has been integral in demoralizing and outright destroying enemy air superiority. All this, however, has forced the Federation to respond in overwhelming force. Our intelligence has obtained a crucial piece of information on the deployment of the Federation's main airship fleet, Task Force 1. Task Force 1's deployment to Cascadia would be overwhelming and costly to the Independence Force. A direct confrontation would be nothing less than a disaster. Thankfully for us, they're not yet in the country and are on the last leg of their journey. In the Pacific, the Kingdom of Sawaki is an associate nation of the Federation, much like how Cascadia was before the war. Their islands are rich in natural resources and therefore an economic hub in the middle of the Pacific. Because of this, the main Federation harbor for airships on this side of the globe rests there. The plan is this. Sicario will lead an air assault of mercenaries in, taking out the airship fleet while they're in port. We're devoting every single aerial tanker we have in order for you to reach out there. Hitman team, you'll be on point with Sicario. The port and the surrounding area is entirely a militarized industrial sector, all meant for maintaining the airship fleet and, on a lesser note, the naval forces of the Federation. This is a target-rich environment, and we expect nothing less than total dismantling of the Federation's infrastructure and force deployment capability in the entire Pacific. We're unsure on how the Kingdom of Sawaki will respond, but be on the lookout for their local air force. Some nations in alliance with the Federation might not see it our way.
反乱もあると。反攻か。反攻ももちろん予想される。航空勢力もあるな。対地ってわけでもなさそうだが。戦闘機追加されてっかな。あ、来た。プロトタイプ FC と S。何が違うんだろう。これはスホイじゃないか。プロトタイプ ACG01。クレジット高い。これしばらく俺あれか。機体買っちゃダメなタイプか。クレジット高え。マジか。なんか対地目標ありそうだったからでっかいの。サンドオフロケットってやつ持ってってみ。対地にも対空にもうまいこと使った対空にも使えるはず。サワイキっていう島だな。オーストラリアじゃなくて。空輸完了したってことか。すげえ、新潟から恨みすげえ勝ってる。目立ちすぎた。飛ぶ前に叩ける以上みたいな。戦艦か。簡単に沈む。まあ、水陸両用だったんで。 そろ飛んでやがる。どうも傭兵集団です。サンドオフロケット、無誘導ロケットだな。まっすぐ飛ぶのかな、ちょっと下なのかわかんない。めちゃくちゃ敵対されてるんですけど、レールがうっとしいな。問題ないかな、無視していけるかな、レールが。ローブロケット撃ってみよう。わかんない聞いてるのかわかんない。若干ロケットの方が使いやすかった。パールハーバーみたいな感じなのかな。奇襲作戦、宣戦布告、どうなんだろう、いいんじゃないかな、もう戦ってるし。レール壊したいなって思ったけど壊せなかったねっていう話。この島の住民には言ってる、警告してる。当たったか。すげえ局部攻撃、局地攻撃、わからん。すごい限定的な攻撃だ。こんな感じだな。とどめよう。あるのか、アンチエアしか見てない。上にあいつが飛んでるのか。撃破。 見てなかった。そうだ、俺にはこれがあったんだ。でででででで。アサシン1は前結構最初からしてるよな。厳しいかなとは思う。並走間違えた。ロケット持ってきたらよかった。単たるロケットはダメだった。並走を切り替えたいな。これ持ってんの忘れてた今まで。落とした。これだけでも結構違う。ナイス。ミッションクリア。
News outlets throughout the world have stated the obvious. Task Force 1 has been crippled in port. Lone airships remain in the region, but none with the combat experience or firepower as the Federation's main pride. Defensive positions held by the Federation banking on their arrival have quickly folded, and the snowball effect has begun. The war is going our way, thanks to you. The Kingdom of Sawaki has kept quiet regarding this, but collateral damage to throne facilities were kept to a minimum. What damage they did sustain, they blamed the Federation for not maintaining a proper defense despite what the Sawaki people have offered them. No matter the cost, however, This is a massive blow to the Federation that they can't possibly recover from.
はい、っていうことで、2ミッションやったかな。1ミッション目やばかったけど。ロケット強いな。スタンドアローンみたいな感じのロケットみたいな。あれは多分、なんか違うやつになるかな。1個のでっかい体力高いやつみたいな。あれようだと思います。ってことで以上となります。ご視聴してくださった方ありがとうございます。また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。おつっぽ。
These last few weeks have been victory after victory for the Independence Force. Entire front lines have either fallen or been abandoned by Federation troops in Cascadia. The amount of defectors and prisoners are skyrocketing with each subsequent win. We've now almost taken back every geothermal facility and key strategic point outside of our nation's urban centers. Your mission today, Hitman, make sure that the countryside will return to its rightful owners, the Cascadian people. I will be rejoining the main offensive lines in the meantime. However, I will link back up with you when the time to take Presidia is nigh.
Grimwood Coast is among one of the last of the Federation-occupied zones in the Cascadian countryside, it being a delta which a mass amount of retreating Federation manpower and equipment are exfiling through. With many falling back to Presidia through here, it is imperative that we take control of the area to prevent further manpower and firepower from retreating. The Federation is on its last legs in this region, so they've been setting fires to block our advances. Our reformed firefighting corps have been running water drops for the last 72 hours, but unfortunately the wildfires have not gone out. We cannot afford to wait any longer. Hitman team, you will provide CAS to ground forces, moving through and taking out the last of the Federation in this area, preventing it to be used as a rally point for their forces. Due to all the smoke, expect ground level visibility to be low. The terrain is dangerously deceptive.
When your heart was broke, I filled your cup until it overflowed. Took you so far to keep you close. I was afraid to